Good morning students. In this video lecture we are going to discuss about tunneling and encapsulation. How the tunneling and encapsulation will be performed in the mobile network layer. A tunnel is a virtual path. It will be established between the home agent and the foreign agent. If the mobile terminal will move from home network to the foreign network, a tunnel will be created between the foreign network and home network. The data packets will be forwarded through this tunnel only. The tunnel entry part is a home agent and tunnel endpoint is a foreign agent. The packets moving to the tunnel, it will doesn't make any change inside your tunnel. So tunnel, that is the sending a packet through a tunnel, is achieved by using a encapsulation. So encapsulation is a mechanism of taking a packet consisting of packet header and data and putting it into the data part of a new packet. The reverse operation, taking a packet out the data part of another packet, is called decapsulation. So encapsulation and decapsulation are the operations typically performed when a packet is transferred from higher protocol layer to the lower protocol or lower layer to higher layer protocol respectively. The below diagram shows the encapsulation. Here the mobile terminal will moving from home network to foreign network means a new IP will be assigned for this particular mobile node. So if corresponding node wants to send a data to the particular mobile node, means the data and original IP will be first present in the data packet unit. Now after receiving the particular packet by your home agent, the new data will contain the original IP and original data, and the new IP header will be added. So the new IP header means the particular care of address for the mobile terminal. The new header is also called as outer header. Additionally, there is an inner header which can identical to the original header, as this is the case of IP in IP encapsulation. So this is the packet format for IP in IP encapsulations. Here we have a version values, TOS time of service, length, IP identification, flag, fragmented offsets, time to live, TTL means time to live, checksum is used for error correction and detections. And this is the minimal encapsulation packet value. This is the generic routing encapsulations. So GRE allows the encapsulation of packets of one protocol into the payload portions of the packet of another protocol. The packet of one protocol with the original packet header and data is taken and a new GRE header is prepend. Together this form a new data part of the new packet. This is the packet format for the GRE. CVCF indicates the checksum field for identifying the valid IP checksum. Orbit indicates if the offset and routing field are present and containing valid information. Offset represents the offset of in bytes for the first source routing entry. The optimization, binding request, binding update, binding acknowledgement and binding warning. So first we discussed about binding request. Binding request is any node that wants to know the current location of a mobile node can send a binding request to the home agent. The home agent can check if the mobile has allowed decimations of its current location. If the home agent is allowed to reveal the location, it sends back to the binding update. Binding update, this is the message sent by home agent to the corresponding nodes, reveals the current location of the mobile node. The message contains the fixed IP address of the mobile node and then care of address also. Binding acknowledgement. If the request a node returns this acknowledgement after receiving the binding update message. Binding warning. If a node decapsulates a packet for a mobile node, but it is not the current foreign agent of this mobile node, this node sends binding warning. The warning contains mobile node home address and target node address, that is the address of the node that has tried send to packet to this mobile node. And this is the flow graph for the mobile node. Thank you.